Welcome back to Expresso live on this Tuesday morning from our Sea Point studios. Now, if we thought that our schoolboy rugby was going to diminish with the loss of our big-time stars like Andre Pollard, well, we couldn't be further from the truth. The big guns have come out firing this year, and we've seen some unbelievable rugby already. I think it's time to recap what was a scintillating weekend of schoolboy rugby.
With clear blue skies all across the country this past weekend, the nation was gripped by massive derbies on Freedom Day, so let's take a look at the results from this weekend's biggest matches. In Gauteng, Office and Pretoria Boys High defeated both Jeppe and Parktown Boys respectively. Helpekar came undone at the hands of Waterkloof, losing that match 34-14. Over in the Zulu Kingdom, Westville Boys demolished Durban High School 42-3, and Hilton College came out on top in their massive Midlands derby against Michael House, Hilton winning that one 42-12. In the Eastern Cape, Ithembelihle were outplayed by Brandwag, losing 69-0 on Saturday, whilst over in East London, Selborne College was taught a lesson in running rugby when Grey College thumped their host 41-5. Rondebosch continued their fine season with a 31-16 victory over Stellenberg, while Sachs were humbled by Paul Roos, losing 32-0 to the Stellenbosch base side. But in our featured matches of the weekend, Paarl Gymnasium put together a stunning display of rugby to beat the top-ranked Outeniqua 37-25 in George on Saturday. Much was said of Outeniqua going into the game, especially after their wins over Paarl Boys High and Grey Bloem. Their opponents Gim had a far more low-key build-up to the game, but form and history counted little on the day that was dominated by the Paarl men. 5 tries from the Paarl boys as well as 12 points from the boot of Wyatt Murphy would be enough for the gents of Gim, who now overtake Outeniqua at the top of SA school rugby standings. From one huge match in George to a massive weekend in Wynberg. The whole of Wynberg came out to watch as one of the biggest derbies in South African school sport took place over the weekend. The action began on Friday night with a match between two of the country's top hockey sides out on the Wynberg AstroTurf. The first half was a cagey affair with both teams trying to see where the other's weaknesses lay. After 30 minutes of hockey, it was 0-0 at halftime, with the lads being told to get back to basics. The second half was much the same until a grey high defence error gifted Wynberg the opportunity they had been waiting for. They would coolly slot the ball home and it was game on. With Grey trailing 1-0, they threw everything they had to attack. But in the end, it would make no difference as Wynberg went on to claim a memorable victory over their fierce rivals. Wynberg's Robert McKinley was ecstatic with the victory.
This is absolutely an amazing deal for the school. It's a great start for the hockey. It's great to get our hockey out there, and it's a great start for the rugby tomorrow and what we're going to do on the rugby field. It's amazing for our school. To be honest, in our team, we're not bothered about number one. We're going to play the best hockey we can. We're going to be happy with it. When we go off the field, we have no regrets. But beating Grey is always a massive victory, and we're always happy to do it.
With the goal coming from a defensive error, Grey PE captain Devin Clark was terribly disappointed with the result.
Losing a game like that, the guys are terribly disappointed. I mean, we gave it our all. It was just one of those games that just went either way. It was so hard fought.
The advantage went to Wynberg, but this was only the beginning of the weekend. Both captains couldn't wait for the rugby the following day.
It's honestly the biggest game of the year. I'm going to be there. I'm sports prefect. I'm going to show face. I'm going to cheer my heart out. I'm going to watch my boys take it home, hopefully.
I'm very excited. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic game. Definitely going to have to get them back for last year's win against us. It's the only win they've ever gotten against us in the first team level. So I'm sure it's going to be a crack of a game, and I'm very excited to watch it tomorrow.
It was another wonderful day out at Wynberg as the first teams got ready to go all out in front of a packed Hawthornden field. There was plenty of geest displayed by both schools, who were trying to win the battle of spirit as well as the rugby. The match was always going to be a tough one, and in the first half you would have been forgiven for thinking it was going to be another loss for Wynberg at the hands of Grey. One penalty conversion and a try from winger Bantu Kachwa meant the boys from PE went into the change rooms 8-0 leaders. The second half was a completely different affair though, with Wynberg beginning to believe in themselves and Grey High being taken aback by the home side's belief that they could still win the match. At 3:15 down, Wynberg would score an unanswered 16 points to see them finish the match as eventual winners, and the boys went ballistic. It was only the second time in history that Wynberg has defeated Grey High, and captain Jared Sage was almost at a loss for words for his team's performance.
Last year was a good one and I scored the winning try, but this year does actually make it a lot better, even though I didn't score anything, because it's my final year and it's at home. It's a good day. Beating Grey is not a thing you do, and it's been a long time since we've done it here. Yeah, we won last night, we won today, but we're just gotta keep building forward and just work hard. You can't say we're going to be the best in the country, but hopefully we can work towards that.
What a weekend of sport we all had over the country. From the battle at the top to milestones reached, this season just can't get any better.
Expresso Youth Sport, brought to you by Deep Heat, warms pain away.